Good day, Ruskin enjoyers. It's time for the Rust or Rotation video, and it's already happened. Yeah, it was early, and there was a lot of skins that are accepted today with the Charitable Rust skins. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skins paired up with the 4 Charitable Rust skins, and we can go look at the Rust Store right now, get a good look at that. We have 14 skins to take a look at today. Well, actually, I don't think we really need to talk about the Charitable Rust skins that much. They are not marketable, they are not tradable. But by all means, if you want to go ahead and buy them, they are in support. Well, what I should say is all proceeds go towards charity water. So if you'd like to help out, consider buying those skins. Yes, they are a fair bit pricey, but it's all for a good cause. And do not forget, from October 12th, which is right now, to October 19th, you can get all of these Twitch drops. You just have to watch anybody that is streaming Rust on Twitch. It's as simple as that. And of course, make sure you've got a Steam account connected to your Twitch account, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So let's now hop over to here and figure out which of these skins is and isn't abnormal. And remember, I'm not going to look at the Charitable Rust skins because you can't sell and trade them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then over to here, 2 little sneaky ones over here. Which of these skins are abnormal? We have Abyss Hoodie and Pants, they are abnormal. We have Altar Garage Door, this is abnormal. We have the Chameleon LR300, which has eluded us for quite some time. Well, it's also abnormal. Cheese Gun, this isn't abnormal. This Chemical Burn Bow is not abnormal. This Dystopian Cell Door is not abnormal. The High Quality Metal Boots aren't abnormal. Pirate Python is not abnormal. But the Fallen Salvaged Sword, even though it's selling for $1.99, this is abnormal. So that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skins that are abnormal this week. Very nice. So let's just close those away. And of course, with a Rust Store rotation, the regular skins have become marketable. Here is the Ronin road sign gloves. This sold for 99 cents in the Rust Store, and as you can see, we have buyers going all the way and ever so slightly above $1. So basically, my point was last night when we did the abnormals video, which you can see right here, not only did we talk about what prices we might want to offer for the abnormal skins, but also the regular skins. My decision was based on the idea that Ronin has been very successful in getting their skins accepted like instantly. I wouldn't be surprised that we'll get Ronin Hoodie and Pants at some point in November, and well, with another core piece arriving, the likes of these would also spike them on, spike in price. So yeah, this is looking to be fairly interesting. Last night I suggested, alright, 75 cents to 85 cents, loads of buy orders all around there, and it's pushing all the way up to about 90 cents. So this very likely will be retaining its value. It's a perfectly fine pair of road sign glove skins. You get the idea. And of course, there's a very decent chance that we will be seeing the final piece of Ronin potentially appearing just, in a reasonable few weeks' time. So just keep an eye on the workshop and whatnot. But don't forget, next 2 weeks are going to be Halloween Rust stores. So cool. Then we have the Arctic Skull Custom SMG. Now, unfortunately, I looked at this and I thought, you know what, it's probably going to end up being a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. Not that many sold, but also custom SMGs aren't exactly high on the totem pole in terms of gun demand. So, yeah, 70 cents to 90 cents, that's basically what the buy orders consist of. Yeah, you might sit there and say, but it's selling for $7 right now. No, that's not its actual price. People have to actually buy the thing for it to be worth the price. And then, of course, there's manipulators as well. But yeah, that's just hard. That is simply because hardly anyone's selling theirs. It's not worth $100. It's not worth $20. It's not worth $10. It's not worth $7. In fact, we haven't even had a sale yet. So that just goes to show that it's not really moving that much. And then we have the likes of the Concentric MP5, basically the exact same thing as the Arctic Skull Custom SMG. Unfortunately, MP5s don't seem to have made that much traction in terms of increasing in demand. The buff appeared last week, but it doesn't seem to have really affected the prices of MP5 skins. 70 cents to 90 cent buy order. As you can see right there, it's basically all there. And then lastly, with the Neanderthal Furnace, I queried the idea of maybe we could potentially see this becoming a collection. Maybe we'll end up seeing like some doors, garage door, maybe a double door, some cool things like that. Well, for the meantime, we're not going to be able to see any more for at least, till November. The buy orders, I wasn't 100% sure if it was going to hold. Pretty much every single furnace skin isn't doing super great at the moment, so we decided, why don't we just do like 70 cents to 90 cents, and basically what you see there, most of the buy orders are around 70 cents to 90 cents, so it is what it is. So yeah, all the regular skins basically matched up to the price suggestions, and then let's go remind ourselves of the actual abnormal skins from last night. And if you take a look at the likes of the Thunder Gold Tier 3 armor, it seems to be doing a much better, it seems to be doing fair better compared to last night, because initially things didn't look super great, but it still looked like it was okay. Like, you could have bought these earlier today, and it should have been all right. And then over to here to the chest plate, and yep, this is apparently now selling for $3.75. Remember, you cannot judge a skin until it's been on the Steam market for at least a week and a bit. Usually I'd say at least 2 weeks, because by then everybody who bought it straight from the Rust store would have the ability to be able to sell it. And from what we can see here, whilst it's looking all right at the moment, maybe someone just bought out a chunk earlier and made it seem more valuable. In any case, we've got to wait and see what happens November time. Will we see continuations? We shall see. We also have the Brutalist Garage Door. Last night, I was a fair bit concerned at what I was looking at. The buy orders didn't really go up to $4 as I anticipated. Well, it doesn't seem to matter too much, because this is apparently now selling at almost $7. Someone did jump in and buy out some stock. And the buy orders, well, they're fairly spread out. This is a fake buy order, or rather, that was a buy order bot. So last night was ridiculous. Again, consider watching this video, you'll see how stupid it was. We instantly had like 9,000 buy orders on this after like 5 seconds of it appearing on the Steam market. Absolute madness. But yeah, judging by what I see here, this actually might be pipping up and, you know, going above $4 and maybe even further beyond. But again, I can't judge it right now. I've got to wait at least 2 weeks. So that'll be my answer. So, yep, that seems to be doing okay. We're right over to here. We have the Chameleon LR, and considering that we just literally had the LR300 accepted literally the week after, well, I think we just saw some extra buy orders being put down. This very likely will be retaining its value now. I assumed that it was going to go a fair bit below its $2 price, $2.49 price. I thought this was going to end up at around $2. Well, do you know what? Things change. Instantly got a new continuation appearing after this. Maybe this actually might be retaining its value, and from here on out only go up in price when we hit January time. So things are looking pretty good there. And buy orders, yep, very strong above $1, very strong up to $2, and fairly strong up to about $2.50 now. So things are looking a-okay for the Chameleon LR now. Then we hop over to here, UAP Pilot Satchel. Unfortunately, I did bring up the point that when you skin a satchel charge, it's going to explode and disappear. So why would you want to put the effort in skinning your satchel charges? And all the recent satchel charge skins that have come out over the past couple years, none of them have retained their value. They've all gone below their Rust store price. So we looked at this and thought, you know what, 70 cents to 90 cent buy order, something like that. I can't fully remember. Yeah, that's not retaining its value. It might be $2.41 now, but it's not going to be that forever. It's going to go below $2. It's going to go down in price. So hopping over to here to SCMM, this appears to be the final amount of sales. Now remember, when SCMM tracks others appearing on the Steam market and third-party sites and whatnot, because remember, there's a very likely chance that people bought a massive chunk of these skins on private accounts that can't be seen by SCMM. Over time, we're going to see the estimated sales increase. But as of now, a quick refresh once more, you can see that the Brutalist Garage Door at bare minimum has about 29,000 sales, and with the likes of the Tier 3 armor, it looks like both of these comfortably did over 20,000 sales. Maybe there's even more, we shall see. SAR seems to have done alright. UAP Pilot Satchel only did 10,000 sales. This only did about 10,000 sales. Ronin Roadside Gloves seems to have matched up very nicely with the likes of the Tier 2 armor, so I think this actually will be doing very nice. Neanderthal only did just under 7,000 sales. MP5 only did under 7,000 sales. So maybe in the future, these are vulnerable to manipulation. These two skins, keep an eye out. See what happens. But for now, we've now talked about that enough. It is time to start talking about the brand new skins. Yes, indeed. So before we talk about these skins, we should at least quickly, talk about the Charitable Rust skins, because unfortunately they're on the general section here. So if you can't see them in SCMM, they're in the general section. And I must reiterate, these 4 skins that you see here, they are not tradable and they're not marketable. They're not permanent skins either. They're only here for 1 week, and once it's gone, it's gone. That's it, done. And to my surprise, I was literally under the impression that the Garage Door was going to be the $10 skin and all the other skins were going to be like $5. Well, it seems that got inverted. This is actually $5, this is $10, this is $10, and this is $10. Now, with the hoodie, for example, I should point out, just to kind of entice you to want to buy it, the pants are a free skin as a Twitch drop. Well, if you got those for free, you know what? $10 probably doesn't seem so bad now, does it? So remember, these 4 skins that you see right here, it's all for a good cause. All proceeds go towards the charity that Charitable Rust is helping, which is Charity Water. They help support people in bad areas where they can't seem to get nice, clean water. So it's all for a good cause. Help out people who are in need, and yeah. Now, this is only the direct donations, I believe. The total amount of sales from the Rust store will be figured out once the Rust store's gone next week. So yeah, do keep an eye out for the streams and whatnot. So Charitable Rust 2023. Yep. There is a big event going on Twitch over the course of this weekend. Please consider watching various streams going over the Rustified stream at the very least. And yeah, try and get involved if you can. I do believe you can hop onto their special server on a specific day and you can just take part in all the activities. And like I've already mentioned, if you want to buy the skins, it's helpful, but you could also donate directly, if that sounds all right with all of you. I bought the hoodie and the MP5 so far, $20 at a time. And I should reiterate, the MP5 has the exact same aim sights as the Redemption MP5 and the Blackout MP5. So if you don't happen to like the colour red or black, well, now you've got the colour blue. And yeah, so that is the Charitable Rust skins. Please consider giving them a look. Please consider purchasing at least one. Alright, now we can talk about the normal skins. Yes, these are normal skins because they are marketable and tradable and whatnot. We've already figured out which of these skins are abnormal, and shall we jump straight in? Shall we start talking about what potentially is going to be a nice investment for the week? Now, to my surprise, the high quality metal boots are the leading sales at the moment. I am a bit surprised by that, but hey, we'll just jump straight in and start talking about it. So, I'm not too surprised that these were accepted. Look, I'm not going to bring up a conspiracy, but you see these Twitch drops here? Guess who made the storage box and the locker? It was Diaz. And, look at that. Hey! So, congratulations, Diaz. You did a very good job with your Twitch drops, and you've got a very nice continuation of the high-quality metal collection right here. So, unfortunately, we didn't see the hoodie and pants, but hey, don't worry too much. Look, I know some of you are invested into the likes of San Rhino. I know some of you are invested in the likes of the Banana and high-quality metal, even Redemption. Guys, all the skins that were submitted before, like all the Rust stores today and next week, and they're very likely still going to appear for the November Force Wipe. And don't rule out the idea of version 2s being made, so don't worry too much, alright? If you didn't see high quality metal hoodie and pants today, don't rule out the possibility that you might see it at some point later down the line. Maybe we'll see the likes of Tier 2 at some point. Maybe. But regardless, we're here to talk about the boots. Will the boots potentially be a nice investment? Will the boots potentially rise up in price at any point? Maybe at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, post-Christmas time. So let's talk about that. I wouldn't rule out the possibility that we will be seeing the hoodie and pants getting a version 2 and Tier 2 being made. Because, if Diaz keeps getting acceptances, of course he's going to still try and see if this could continue. So with the arrival of these boots, we should point out that the likes of the Tier 3 armor did spike in demand and spike in price today. Whilst it doesn't show it in SCMM at the moment, I can quickly just show you, because we saw it earlier. No, not high quality. No, high quality metal. There we go. So yeah, the boots did cause these to get bought out, and it did cause them to go up in price. Now, they're not selling for the price that they sold for in a Rust store, but at least they're a fair bit better off, as you can see it right there. So that's cool. That's nice. If we do see a new core piece appear, these very likely could go even higher in price. But of course, much like how I mentioned the Ronin road sign gloves earlier, if we do see another core piece appear at some point, yes, the boots will also spike in demand, spike in price. Now, how many of them will sell? That's a good question. Like, maybe if this also does about 12,000 sales like the gloves, everything should be all right, because the amount of sales would basically reasonably line up with the likes of the Tier 3 armor. So we shall see. But by default, I'll be honest with you, it's probably just going to end up like the high quality metal gloves. Not exactly increasing in demand, not exactly dramatically falling in price. It'll just kind of be around 99 cents for a long time. So yeah, this only has 41 stock on the Steam market. 23 then. Apparently it got bought out as well. Well, there you go. There you go. So yeah, I get the feeling this is probably just going to retain its value. which isn't exactly a bad thing, but it would mean I'm probably much better off just wanting to do a build on it. So with the likes of that, maybe we're just better off with that. It's also not abnormal, so we shall see what potentially appears. But one thing I will ask you all to consider is maybe one of you could hop onto here and say, hey Diaz, congratulations on your boots. Are you going to make a version 2 of your hoodie and pants, or are you possibly going to make tier 2 armor? Just something like that. Give him a good thumbs up, a pat in the back, and say what's next, and we'll see what he responds. We'll see what he says. Sounds good. So don't need to rush into buying anything, but with the likes of that, if you happen to like what you see, by all means buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators. Whilst we're currently looking at this with a financial perspective, there's no harm in buying the skin and supporting the skin creator. Keep them motivated, keep them wanting to make more skins in the future. Sounds good? All right. So with that, high quality metal boots, let's see how that turns out over the course of this current week. And let's now start talking about the likes of this collection. Yes, the whole collection, because we've now technically got a full collection now. SCMM is slow to update itself. So you might sit here and say, oh, it hasn't gone up in price that much. Oh, no, it has. It has. In fact, I've even tweeted about it just to kind of get it across to all the people. Look at this. Yeah, Abyss was all on the front page. It was being bought out. And high quality mails were there as well. So yeah, people were attacking it. People were going like wild. And well, yeah, we got some low quantities and prices are going up ever so nicely. So look at tier 2 and of course tier 3. Now tier 3 is a little bit awkward. Let us remind ourselves that the tier 3 sold like 30,000. But the tier 2, well, the kilt only did about 19,000 sales, so this is in a bit of an awkward position, but I still think this is still going to be doing okay. The tier 3 is still going to be doing okay. But what we need to talk about is, with the hoodie and pants now being accepted, and this technically being a full collection, is everything going to be alright for this now? So, first of all, let's just see the reaction on all the skins. The kilt, very weirdly, the kilt was getting bought out like just 2 days ago. Right now, you can see that the lowest listing is $4.34. Bilders are pushing up to about $3. But just a few days ago, someone was like buying out a massive chunk of the stock. Did he know something we all didn't know? It was literally just yesterday. Literally just yesterday. And now, look what happened. Someone probably saw the future. I don't know. We got ourselves like a a psychic. Anyway, the vest seems to be doing quite all right. Only 35 on the market at the moment, and there's no resistance. All of these Abyss skins have no resistance, no big fat quantities. If there were to be a nice surge in demand, which has happened, it's going to easily go up in price, which has happened. America has not yet got home yet, so all the kids at school and all the people at work probably don't realise this has been accepted. So when they get home, maybe they'll jump in and buy some more of these as well. And also, you know, over the course of the weekend, maybe we'll see even more purchases happen. But what I'm seeing here is this could easily keep rising up in price. These skins could still easily go up in price and up in demand and blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. My main question is it a good time to sell now, or would you want to hold out until post-Christmas time? I'm not sure. I am not 100% sure. So now I need to go back and talk about the idea of, is the hype gone now? See, whilst this is nice and we've got the full collection, what else is there now to look forward to? I did say boots and gloves earlier to my chat. That was one thing that we were talking about. That could still have a nice impact. I mean, we saw the impact that the boots had for the high quality metal collection, so that can still work out. That can still be nice. But once everything is there, what happens next? Do people look at this collection and think, wow, this is amazing, I'm going to use this forever? I am not hating on it. I'm just trying to get it into your head. Is everyone going to be looking forward to running around with a monster face? It doesn't glow in the dark, I should point that out. I mean, at the very least, you got yourself some budget black clothing there. You know, cover it in the blackout armor. It's a lot cheaper, isn't it? There you go. There's some considerations with that. Right. So, again, main thing that we're going to be concerned about is how much will this hoodie and pants sell in comparison to the tier 2 armor and the tier 3 armor. What if the hoodie and pants sell like 22,000? Well, it's going to be wedged in between the likes of tier 2 and tier 3, which would only make the likes of the kilt become a whole lot more valuable. So, yeah, the amount of sales that we see here is going to be pretty interesting. But if this did do like 25,000 sales or something, it would actually kind of help out the tier 3 armor because there'd be more of these. But it would still kind of be a bit rough to match up to the likes of that. But anyway. These two skins are abnormal. We don't need to rush into buying them. We can take our time. We can do our abnormal barders, and then we can look at the barter support afterwards, and then we can make that decision. But based on what I'm currently looking at, I'm optimistic it's going to be doing a fairly decent job. If anything, it kind of reminds me like the Tempered collection. How did the Tempered boots... Tempered hoodie and pants. Tempered hoodie and pants. Yeah, we could look at that. Look at that. Tempered hoodie and pants, please. We've got the pants there. Do we have the hoodie? Come on. Come on. Where's the hoodie? Hoodie, 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 hoodie. Where's my hood? I can't find it. Hoodie! Where are you? Right, here we go. Right, so get a good look at the history of this. So, yep, this is currently selling for $2. And, of course, it's gone down in price over the course of the autumn-fall seasonal dip. But, yeah, you can see how it usually rises up in price when good times happen and whatnot. So, yeah, maybe this is just the future that's going to happen to the likes of Abyss. Maybe Abyss clothing and armour might dip a fair bit. A little bit, you know, towards the very end of this October. But then it might just casually rise up in price for a post-Christmas. Like what you see here, the likes of Tempered over here. We shall see, we shall see. So, just wanted to get a good look at what I thought potentially might be a reasonable comparison. Post-Christmas right here last year, get a good look at that. Low price here, around $2-ish last year. And then post-Christmas, this sells for about $6. So, yeah. Maybe selling now isn't a good idea. Maybe you need the money. Maybe you're happy with the potential profits you could make. Consider that, all right? When you have profits, you have money to work with to put towards new investments. Now, don't cry if something you sold went up in price a little bit more afterwards. You made your profit, you moved on to the next adventure. Keep your head up. Don't worry about it. If I cared about every single thing I bought and sold and then saw it go up in price even more afterwards, I'd be very depressed. I'd be crying all the time. I don't need to worry about that. I've put that money towards many other new things, so that's what I'm going to say to you. So, right. Those two skins right there, they're abnormal. Don't need to rush into buying it. Let's see what happens next. So, how many would these sell each? We shall see. We'll look at it next Wednesday and we'll make a decision in regards to how we're going to approach it in terms of what price we might want to offer it. Other than that, let's now move on. All to our garage door. So, this is a little bit awkward. This garage door has appeared the same week we had the Charitable Rust garage door. And I should just reiterate, this garage door right here has see-through mesh, right? So you can see through that little porthole that you see right there. You can see right through that. And is there a little man behind that? Okay. You could have put like a little... Oh, there you go. There you go. Now you can see it. You can see through it. Right, cool. That's very nice. And it glows in the dark. Very cool. And we literally just had the Brutalist garage door last week, which also glowed in the dark and had see-through mesh. So everybody who probably would have wanted a garage door by now might have bought either that or the Charitable Rust one, which means that this very likely might not sell that much, which that could also potentially mean it could actually potentially be a nice investment. What do you mean, Hedge? Well, if it doesn't sell that much, and if we do see the likes of this Altar collection keep rising up in price... No. The Altar collection keep getting more submissions being put into it, then it could become a very nice, well-established collection, and, well, things could work out very, very, very nicely. Now, I would like to show you this up close, but there's only that one picture. Something seems to have gone a little bit awkward in regards to that, but I guess I could show you the likes of the chest real quickly, because I really do like the design of this. The moss, the cool, like, ancient relic tech, and whatnot, the glow. That looks nice. Imagine all the other deplorables that could get that type of design. So from here on now, I'm expecting more deplorables. From here on now, I could potentially see a brand new deplorable collection getting started here. And real quickly, how's that large box doing now that we saw a new deplorable being accepted, where there's only 16 quantity on the Steam market, and now it's pushing up to $2 with next to no resistance, no big fat quantities. This is looking interesting. Chat. What do you think? What are you going to do? It's in your hands. Right, so, very nice to see that. I don't think it's going to sell that much. I could imagine we're going to see even more skins being made for the collection. Go ask the skin creator, what's next? Are you going to produce any more? This was him like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so, yeah. Just ask him, is this going to be a collection? It's definitely going to be my fave. Thank you. He didn't answer. Damn it, Smoothie. Maybe a rug, maybe a furnace. We shall see. But more skins. the better. But we're not going to see that until November. So keep that in mind. So this is actually looking to be very interesting. But what I also got to point out is how many Garage Door skins have we had this year? Yeah, quite a lot. Excluding that Charitable Rust one, unfortunately. But if we were to add it, we've had 15 Garage Door skins this year. We've beaten last year already. We're getting a lot of Garage Door skins every year now. So it's becoming a more of a common thing. And, well, that's what this is competing with, unfortunately. So, okay. That right there is also abnormal. Ha ha ha. We don't need to rush into buying it. I'd rather wait until Wednesday, look at the amount of sales it's had, see if the skin creator has confirmed that he wants to turn it into a collection, and then I'll approach it knowing all of the context, and yeah, you get the idea. So we shall see what happens next. I reckon it will be a new collection. I am positive with that. I feel confident that's going to happen. It's a cool looking design. I like it. Does everybody else like it? That's going to mainly, matter in regards to if it sells a lot or if it becomes very nice and profitable. So with that, I'm going to leave it. It looks cool. Let's move on to the next skin. And like I mentioned earlier, it looks like we got all the Chameleon weapon skins now accepted. Hey! So, things are looking very interesting. As we saw last night, and I will confirm it again, if you were to go look at the comments for the SAR, on the workshop comments, here we go. Mr. Milho Frito right there says, thank you so much. Yes, I'm planning to make clothes and armor, but first I'm going to make some more weapons. We're going to see even more weapons being made. The SAR technically was the first new weapon to be made, because you've got to remember all the Chameleon skins that we saw, they initially were submitted last year, and then after the Thompson was randomly accepted for Most Wanted back in August, Milho has just quite literally made them all version 2s and then accepted. So the AK, the MP5, that LR300, they've been accepted now. So what's next? A revolver, Python, L96, bolt action, who knows? But at some point down the line, we're also going to expect the likes of clothing and armor being made. It looks like it's going to become exactly like the Tempered Collection, which Milho also made. So he's experienced with it. And then, of course, we could expect, doors, storages, exactly like we saw with the Tempered Collection. So go see how successful the Tempered Collection was, and that's what I am expecting for the likes of the Chameleon Collection. Things are looking promising. Things are looking interesting. And I look forward to it. Started off with weapons, and then, you saw the likes of some clothing and armor appear here and there. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, I am. But this is an LR300. This is a problem. So remember how we talked about the MP5 and how we approached it, saying, look, listen, I don't feel super confident with it because of the gun demand. I am going to basically say the exact same thing with this LR300. We haven't... Nothing changed the LR300. There's no changes. It's still very awkwardly not exactly super desirable. When you look at all the skins, you will easily notice that people don't seem to be using them that much. No. Down 53, down 57, down 52, down 46, down 57, down 57, down 57, down 54, down 57, down 59. They're all down to around $1 and less. Because the actual weapon doesn't get used that much. Therefore, no justification to buy skin and use skin. If that makes sense. So, yeah, unfortunately, this isn't going to be doing super great. But it's going to get carried by the collection. People are going to want full collections. And much like how I talked about how the MP5 would be carried by the likes of these skins and whatever came out after it, it's only down by 10%. It's only down by 10%. And that, it sold like just under 18,000 sales. This very likely might sell just as much or a fair bit less. But again, it'll be carried by the collection. Loads of people who left to go to school and college and whatnot, they don't even know what a weapon rack is. So when they come back in December and see weapon racks, and they're going to feel like, I need to buy this so I can flex all the skins I have, they might realise, well, damn, I don't have enough cool looking weapon skin collections. What's affordable out there? What's this, the Chameleon Collection? Wow, I should go buy that. It looks extra shiny and cool, and I can look extra shiny and cool when I flex all my skins. Stuff like that. Post-Christmas is just around the corner. We are like 2 months away. It's getting closer. Good times are ahead of us. So, right there, that LR300, it's abnormal. I'd rather just stick with doing a buy order. That's my approach. How many will it sell? Well, we've got to wait and see, don't we? I don't imagine it's going to retain its $3 price initially, but post-Christmas time, it'll probably go up in price along with all the other Chameleon weapon skins. So things are looking good, but it's mainly being carried by the collection. That is my answer in regards to that. But what comes next? As I said, you go to the workshop page. Go say, hey, I would like to see a crossbow. I'd like to see a bow. I'd like to see a rock, I guess. Go ask. Go see what he says. You know, it doesn't hurt. Just don't be annoying, right? Just be reasonable. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that's looking nice. Let's now move on to talking about the Pirate Python. Right. How many Python revolvers have we had accepted this year? I swear it's a lot less compared to last year. Yeah, it is. Yeah, look at that. 11 there, and, well, yep. And what's going on? Down 54, down 50, down 56, down 57, down 53. What? Uh-oh. That's a little bit awkward. But when we look over to here, the Blackout Python's doing ever so nice. I wonder why. Well, that's actually a special Python. The aim sight has transparency, so you can see just a little bit more. Do you notice it? It's got like the little tip bits removed. The Pirate Python doesn't have that. The Pirate Python doesn't have that. So it's not a situation where, oh, I didn't mean to click that. I wanted to click the workshop. Remember how I made a fuss about the Pirate AK-47 and the Thompson? How, look, I can't afford to pay this amount of money for the Blackout weapon, but you know what? I could get something that's just as good. Well, I mean, this still has the, you know, the little bit here, so... Whilst you might sit there and say, look, I'm just trying to get a cool looking black Python skin. Well, there you go. You got your alternative with the very useful red aim sight. But this bit right here is still, you know, there. And, well, Blackout doesn't have that. That makes the Blackout Python extra special. And that's half the reason why it's so much more expensive compared to all the other ones. Oh, dear. So, anyway... I am looking at that and I'm thinking I might just want to stick with doing a buy order. The amount of sales definitely will have an impact in regards to how much we want to offer for it. But, you know, Pirate Collection as a whole is actually doing quite all right at the moment. It's actually doing quite all right. I think a lot of these skins here have already reached their low points. They very likely will only go up in price from here on now. So if you're looking for a good investment, Pirate Collection probably isn't a bad shout if you've got the money to spend. So that right there, I'll be honest with you, kind of won't be surprised if it goes below its Rust price. But I don't expect it to be doomed. I do expect it's going to do quite all right. I just don't imagine it's going to be doing insanely good. Not like tons and tons and tons of profits, but yeah. So again, I'm going to look at it on Wednesday, figure out a price, and I might just stick with doing a buy order. We shall see what happens by then. Now we're going to move on to the likes of Dystopian Seldor. Congratulations to Mr. Kazaru, your first ever skin to be accepted. Well done, sir. But I feel bad because it's his first ever skin, but it's a sheet metal door. Ah, they're all down. What's happened? Well, we know what happened. We had far too many of these accepted this year. Far too many options. And for $1.49, well, if we just go by price, lowest price, yeah, I mean, for like $1.49, I could instead buy the Capybara door or the ambulance door or Dragon Horn. You know, that glows in the dark right there. That glows in the dark. A door of flesh or ghostly flame. You know, Halloween's just around the corner. I could buy the goofy Easter chick. Do you understand the problem that I'm pointing out here? There are many options to pick from, and they are cheaper. This is the issues that we see with the likes of the AK-47, and we also see it with the likes of the sheet metal door. It is unfortunate, right? My first ever skin was a sheet metal door with Mr. Exmorphous. Is that deepest lore? Wow. Shut up. There's no about you. I'm trying to figure out the financials. It's awkward. Yeah, it very likely will be going below its Rust price. Like, I don't really have to go too in-depth to talk about that because we've been talking about it for a good couple months now. We've been seeing all of those sheet metal doors dramatically drop down in price. It all started with the sunken door, and, well, yeah, one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, they all go tumbling down. So this very likely will be going down to about $1 once the Rust door's rotated and whatnot. If this does potentially turn into a collection, Mr. Kazaru, hello, you're happy anyway. Don't worry, mate. Like I would always say, by all means, if you happen to like it and you'd like to support a brand new skin creator, buy it, use it, enjoy it. Keep that skin creator nice and happy and motivated, and maybe, just maybe, he'll keep making more skins and turn it into a brand new collection that you can all look forward to. Once again, Mr. Kazaru, I'm very sorry. I did have to warn you beforehand that I have to look at this with a financial perspective, but we shall see what happens next. What's next, Mr. Kazaru? It's in your hands. Congratulations. So, I'm probably still going to stick with doing a bar on that. I'm sorry. Sorry. Right. Salvaged Sword, we have The Fallen. And Robstar had 2 of these accepted this year. Get a good look at that. So we had the Deep Sea Sword. Oh, well, that's down 53%. That's a pretty bad omen. First of all, I just want to point out the trend of the only Salvaged Sword skins that we see being accepted have transparency on them. And, well, get a good look at that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. But unfortunately, you'll now go ahead and take a look at all the Salvaged Sword skins, and guess what? Yeah. Ever since we saw the random arrival of the Katana Sword last year, every single Salvaged Sword skin just dramatically drops in price, down to $1. It sucks, I know, but I am not super convinced that's going to be doing all right. At least it's abnormal. But yeah, point is that very likely will be dropping down by like 50%. Very likely will be selling for about $1, which unfortunately means it's going to be a 70-cent to 90-cent buy order. I see nothing wrong with it. It's a cool design. Wear it with the bone armor. Looks very impressive. I think it's supposed to be made out of bones. But it's an issue of people just don't seem to want to use Salvaged Sword skins. Try for a longsword. Why don't we get longswords anymore? I'd like to see that. There's so many goofy longsword skins that could potentially get made. But for some strange reason, nobody wants to make them. Look. Robstar, longsword. Longsword. Yeah, we haven't had one since 2017. Look, that's to all skin creators. If you want to make something really goofy and wacky, make one of these. They are not discontinued. It's just people don't want to make them anymore for some strange reason. Yes, where is my long banana? I have screamed and shouted to PYH God knows how many times. He still won't do it. I hate him. Right, anyway. So, with the likes of this, unfortunately, it's going to probably go down to about 50%. So that means we're probably going to want to just stick with doing a 70-cent to 90-cent buy order. It is what it is. So let's now move on. And immediately we're now looking at the likes of another AK-47. This AK-47 has cheese all over it. Yes. Okay. What is this? Okay. You know, do I have any sounds there? Okay, cheese to meet you. Oh, don't start that. Don't start that. Anyway, no. Banana Man, you took it too far. Take him away. Right, cheese gun. Look. This apparently is our 200th marketable AK-47, which you can see right here. Wow! Congratulations, Mr. Say Change. You have the 200th marketable AK-47. Let's go take a look at all of the other recent AKs and get a good idea of what potentially will happen in the likes of that. Only one skin introduced this year is in the positive. Even the Redemption went down a fair bit. Even Chameleon went down a fair bit. These two will rebound. Don't worry, they will go back up in price. But yeah, exactly like Sheepman Adores, we have far too many AK-47s, and that usually leads to, well, you know, I have $2 in my pocket. Do I want to buy this skin, or would I rather? Lost price. With that money, like, buy one of these cheaper skins instead. Like, you've got Apocalyptic Knight right there, Troll Daddy, what else do we have here? Frostwolf, Basebreaker, Toy AR, Evil Snowman. Look, it's almost Christmas. I could buy 2 of those instead of one of those AKs, cheese guns, and that very likely will be going up in price for Christmas time. Yeah, that's a little hint to all of you. That might be going up in price. So that's chat. Think about it. So AR Nana. Do you want to run around with a banana that shoots people? Like, there's loads of options, and that's all the skins that are below it. Slightly above it, there's some other skins that if you just pay a little bit more, maybe it's worth the price. In short, far too many AK-47s to pick from. There's always another AK. Literally next week, wouldn't be surprised if we see another AK. Also, what do we have out this week? Another AK. It's $10. Maybe you can't afford that. But yeah. I should also point out, this was the first ever skin to be accepted for Mr. Ghost. Yep, Ghost. We made a bit of a fuss about that. So yeah, he submitted it as a Twitch drop, but this got promoted to being an actual skin in a Rust store. So Ghost, at the very least, congratulations on getting your skin accepted. You're not getting paid though. But I just wanted to point out he was the one who made that And congratulations to him, because maybe he'll see a skin being accepted in the near future, potentially, maybe, possibly. But yeah, with the likes of that, unfortunately, there's just far too many of them, and I just don't imagine it's going to retain its value. That's definitely going to be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. And now we have Chemical Burn Bow. Guys, just look at all the other Chemical Burn skins. Down 56, down 39, down 49, down 51. Now, I do remember, I think the Python was manipulated. I think the Sat was manipulated as well. Yeah, these skins sell hardly anything. And, well, the only saving grace I can give to you is this very likely will be manipulated at some point. I don't imagine this is going to sell that much. I don't imagine there's a lot of demand for it either. I could see that there's not a lot of demand. Look at the collection. It's unfortunate. I keep saying, look, Oasis, buddy, listen, make Chemical Burn armor, some melted down or, corroded tier 2 or tier 3 armor, that'll look cool, like some corroded clothing with holes in it and whatnot, that'll look awesome. I just don't think people seem to appreciate it with weapons. And all you've done is made weapons. And for some strange reason, you keep getting them accepted. So I don't know. It's working out for them, but they don't seem to sell that much. I don't know what Face Punch thinks. I'm not hating on it. It's something completely different compared to all the other skins I normally see. But it's just, I feel like to get, the maximum level creativity out of it, put it on clothing and armor. I've said that ever since the first skin. But anyway, it would be nice. It'll look awesome. Good day to you, Mr. Chillag. So, looking at that, unfortunately, that very likely, by default, will be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order, because there's a weapon skin that doesn't have a lot of demand. But I don't imagine it's going to sell that much. This is a big rush store this week. You can't see it from here, but look at all of that. There's so many skins this week. The likes of that bow very likely will be neglected. And that means hardly any sales. And that means very, very, very vulnerable to manipulation. All right? That might only do just a few thousand sales. Keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on that one, all right? All right. So that was all the skins this week. Yep, we screamed about all of them. Didn't really need to scream about the Charitable Rust skins that much, did we? Chillag, don't give up. You got to keep trying, buddy. Look, Kizaru got his first ever skin accepted today. One day that can be you. Chillag, stop making skins for the same items all the time. Consider making something different. That's one thing I'd consider trying. Is the garage door worth investing into? That one or the Charitable Rust one, Mr. Villius? Villius, in regards to this one, because we have another garage door out the same week, I get the feeling this might not sell that much, and it is part of a collection, and it very likely will be turning into established deployable collection, so things are looking promising for that. But it's also abnormal, Mr. Villius, so I'd rather wait it out, but I get the feeling it might not sell that much, Villius. I think that will help it out a lot because of it. So, yeah, keep an eye out, but it's abnormal. Don't need to rush into buying it. Abnormal buy order first, look at the support afterwards, then make a jump, make an attack. Right. So, yeah, don't give up, Chillag. I know you've been making a lot of skins. I know you haven't had your first acceptance yet, but, you'll get there eventually one day. Or, consider working with someone. Ask other people, see if you could work in a group. Consider doing that. See what happens. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so who else is going to make wonderful looking videos showcasing their skins in the workshop every single week, Mr. Chillag? Nobody could do that. We need art. We need kino artistry every single week. So consider at least offering your services to other people. You could still help out others. You could work at a group. Like for example, Mr. Say Chains here. Whilst it appears to be his first skin as him being a solo, he's actually contributed to many other skins in the past, which you can see right here. So he had a Halloween skin last year, and then he had the likes of Zucchini, Easter Road Sign. Yeah, so maybe consider looking at the likes of pairing up with some people. Maybe that might be a nice way to get yourself nice and established. Mr. Micro has posted skin submissions. Find him to site. Ah, yes. Is this a new thing that's appeared today? Right. Due to everyone posting differently, Helk has asked me to set rules for what needs to be included in your skin submissions workshop page. I'll post it here as well. It's pinned in the Rust skin rules. What images are needed with my skin? General minimum requirements. In-game images of your skin. not just workshop screen grabs. Proof of art, see general rules above. On lit and off images of furnaces, yep, that definitely needs to be done. With weapons, aim down the sight. I knew it. I need that. I keep asking people, I want to see what your site looks like. Provide inspect image. Yep. Glow in the mist of skins. Yep. Must show images in-game both day and night. Provide screenshots of all emissive parts. Yes, that needs to be done. We need in-game screens now. Well, Mr. Micro, your services might be needed in terms of providing a lovely batch of videos to help people get the right types of images. So you've already done that, haven't you? But you could probably make a few more in regards to weapons specifically. Yeah, oh yeah, Chillag. Yeah, Chillag, you could help people out in regards to that. You know, put your name out there, say, hey, I can do some very good videos showcasing your skins and whatnot. Whilst you might not be able to get your textures and on skins being accepted, you could help people showcase their wonderful textures and skins with your wonderful looking videos. Maybe that's the one thing that you're great at, all right? So you've done some very nice skins, Chillag. Don't give up, all right? Keep up the good work. You can succeed. You will succeed. You just got to be persistent. Look at Micromorphous. They spent a whole year going dry with no skins, and then randomly they got their Thunder Gold being accepted. So, you know, it can be like that sometimes. Awkward. Got to grind. Yeah. So some people get skins frequently. Some people only get 1 or 2 skins a year. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is, I'm afraid. Some people just like randomly appear and make some interesting looking designs, and then they get a good few skins in their collection. As you can see, Smoothie earlier this year had the very cool looking dungeon set, and then no more, which was awkward. And then he started this, and then suddenly he's got a new collection to make. So, yeah. Things be weird sometimes. Things are strange. Look at PYH and him and Debsky. They have a banana collection. A banana collection. So, yeah. The silliest things can turn out all right in the end. So, cool. So, chat. We now need to talk about Halloween. No, not that. Not that. No, not that. No. There we are. Perfect. Right. So, TGG's contest list is here now, and all submissions are closed. Quick refresh. Is it still 200? 203. We're up by one. Right. So, all the Halloween submissions are now here. 200 plus skins to pick from. The next 2 Rustors, that being October 19th and October 26th, all the skins picked for the Rustors will be picked out from this list. Last year, there was like 2 lists. No, this year, it's only 1. And, well, the 2 Rustors will be picked out from this batch of skins. So I would recommend that you go through this entire list, get a good idea of what potentially could be successful. And, well, we shall see. Is this going to go through a process of, like, 100 of them will be cut, and then we'll only know... Do you remember that last year? Do you remember when they kind of like only picked out a certain amount of them, and that's what the Rustor was going to consist of? I'm talking to my chat. Sorry about this, but yeah, just consider looking at all of this, and if anything, start following some skin creators as well. There's a lot of newer people here that have produced some interesting skins, so maybe this is the beginning of looking at some brand new people and think, you know what, you make some interesting designs. I should start supporting you. I know about you, Mr. Jenna Croco. Best of luck to you, sir. Let's see if you get your AK accepted, but you do have competition. You've got a lot of competition. So yeah, consider looking at all of that. And if you don't know how to find the collection, I'll show you. So if you go to the main workshop page for Rust, as you can see, this is the main page. What you'll do is you'll hover over Browse, click Collections, and you'll see the Halloween contest right here, TGG's Halloween contest. You could also go to the comments and say, thank you very much, TGG, for getting this nicely set up and very presentable. I will probably do a Rust Workshop skin checks video going over this, but only talking about the continuations and the potential profits if we were to see certain skins being accepted. So, yeah, I'll probably do that some point next week. Yeah. Awesome. Like I said, look at all the people who have submitted skins, and hey, maybe you should start following the newer people. Keep an eye on that workshop. You've got to constantly keep an eye on the workshop. You never know what potentially might appear at some point, and to be one of the first people aware of a new continuation appearing means you could be the first to make a nice, wise investment. So yeah, cool. And we should also... tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Oh, don't scare me. I'm going to have to stay indoors now. Chat, Are you aware, YouTube, are you aware that we are getting a brand new DLC? As in a DLC you have to go on Steam to pay for. You know, we had Sunburn and the Instruments DLC. Well, now look at this. There's going to be the base decoration DLC. I think it's the decoration, or I should just say base decor. We're getting a rocking chair. We're getting minecart planters, so basically a minecart which you can plant stuff in. There's also a bathtub planter. There's also trophies. Yes, if you kill certain animals, I think you're going to be able to cut their heads off and then put them on a trophy on your wall. Now, that'd be really cool if you could also do that with other people. That would be very funny. But yeah, you could have a rocking chair and you can shoot from it and you go like this when you shoot the gun. So that's looking to be a pretty cool update. Or not an update, a DLC. Remember, this is something you actually had to go to Steam to proceed to buy. So yeah, all this information is available to you if you go to the Face Punch commits and keep an eye on everything. Because of course, you have to be aware of what potentially might be coming out for the Halloween update next week. Yes, so Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Where is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween? I can't seem to find Halloween. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where's Halloween, Halloween, Halloween? Sorry, I can't find it. Where'd it go? They've been focusing the DLC all today. Maybe they're finished with the Halloween stuff. Maybe. I can't find it. Have they removed it all? No, there you go. Right, so, in terms of what potentially could be seen for the Halloween Rust Store next week, there is mentions of a Dracula mask. There is mentions of a ghost sheet. There is mentions of Dracula cape, which has been seen. It's on staging. There's videos out there showcasing it. And there is also the stake, the vampire stake. Where is it? Vampire stake, which is apparently a skin for the bone knife. This means, if you can remember last year's Halloween, we had a ridiculous amount of Halloween items, didn't we? Do you remember that? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 Halloween items last year. There is a very decent chance some of these items won't be brought back. They will not be reintroduced. And I'm somewhat confident it might be hockey mask and baseball bat. I think we're going to see these being replaced with vampire mask and vampire stake. I get the feeling the vampire cape is going to be an in-game item. But I think we're going to get a special cosmetic that you can buy and sell and whatnot. And I get the feeling every single year now, we're going to get a special mask and a special weapon being introduced. And that'll be like a yearly thing for Halloween. Maybe next year it'll be like werewolf with like werewolf claws. Maybe the year after that, maybe it's going to be killer clown. So a killer clown mask and a big machete skin. That's a cool idea, Face Punch. Come on, aliens. Aliens and, I don't know, what would be like an alien weapon? You get the idea. Plenty of goofy ideas, all in the name of typical types of costumes that you'd wear for Halloween every single year. So I get the feeling these might not be returning, but we also potentially could see any of these items not returning. There was already a ridiculous amount last year that were in the Rust Store last year, and need I remind you, we have had items not be brought back before. Surgeon Scrubs, Skull Door Knocker, Scarecrow, these old jack-o'-lanterns. Every other year, the Skullfire Pit does skip a year. Maybe this will return. Maybe the Cursed Cauldron doesn't return. Who knows? So yeah, what will be in the 2035 Rust Store? I don't know, Primers. 2023. I said 2023, right? Anyway. Next week. First Halloween Rust Store, and try your best to keep an eye on what potentially could be a very interesting skin by looking at the collection, as I already mentioned to you. And yeah, go to all the pages, show your support. If you happen to really like a skin, hop on there. Go in the comments and say, hey, bud, you did a very good job here. I like that. I guess I could probably point out that I'm involved with the gloves. Yes. Give a thumbs up on the gloves. So yeah, contribute to that. So yep. Keep an eye on all of that. Halloween's next week. What will happen? Who knows? If you keep an eye on the Face Punch commits, you will be one of the first people to be aware of all the new potential content that could be introduced into the likes of Rust. And yeah. Was that page 2? Yeah, that's page 2. So go back one. Anything new to talk about? Let's just quickly see. Has anything been mentioned? Nope. Tutorial Island, that's coming soon. Camera fixes, that's nice. Backpacks. Cool. So, yeah, always keeping an eye on the likes of this. And, yeah, that's basically it. Chat, is there anything else that I should talk about? Is Rust SDMM inventory value legit? No, it's sometimes a little bit buggy. If I were to refresh this now, is this fully up to date? Let's go find out. Oh, well, now the hoodie's now overtaken the boots, it seems. Maybe someone jumped in and bought like 500. Oh, no, they're all at 1,700. Okay. I see that. Awesome. Chat, is there anything that you'd like to ask right now? I should point out, if you want to come visit me and my streams, look in the description of the YouTube video now. You see some links to my Twitch, for example, links to my Discord. You could also take a look at the likes of my Twitter. Yep, I do point out some interesting bits of knowledge here and there. Keep people up to date with like continuations, people submitting skins and whatnot. So yeah, I've retweeted tons of Halloween skins over the past like a few weeks and whatnot. So awesome. So yeah, that's it. There's not much else to say, I'm sure. And yeah, that was a lot of talking. I'm out of breath here. Awesome. So yeah, I guess we're done. Thank you very much for watching. Keep an eye out for next week. I'll be doing my 48-hour analysis this Saturday. And let's see how much these sell by then. And don't forget, tomorrow I will be tweeting the first 24 hours of sales, which you can always compare with the previous weeks and whatnot. So, cool. Done. Thank you very much. Catch you all later. Bye.